Hi, my name's Andy, you know that already. Hi, okay, so we're going to do a nice little workout that you can use at home. It's going to be 10 to 15 minutes long. I'll talk all the way through it and give you directions of where we're going. I may come out of my breathing pattern because I'm talking and commentating as we go, so please try and follow the instructions that I set at the start of each exercise. Okay? We're going to start off in set-up position, so laying onto your back. So feet and knees, hip socket distance apart, arms down by your sides. So from here, just check you're in neutral, thumbs together, fingertips together. My pelvis is nice and flat. I have that space, knees and feet, hip socket distance apart. Drop the chin down towards my chest, at the back of my neck is long. Hands are stretching down towards my feet, then my shoulders are relaxed. Breathe wide and full into your rib cage. As you breathe out, engage your center, as we should for every exercise that we do. Pull the middle in, just relax into this position. Allow the back to become nice and heavy, particularly the contact points of the floor, so your shoulder blades, your pelvis. The feet, on the other hand, I would keep quite light, to have that feeling that they're quite loose on the floor so they can move. Your pelvis is very heavy. A lot of the moves we're going to do are going to center around the pelvis being still or tilted only in one direction though. Okay? So from your setup position, breathing out, engage your center, hollow the tummy, activate your core, tilt your pelvis, flatten the lower back onto the mat, and then breathe in to return. Breathing out to tilt. We're going to do 8 reps. At this exercise, try and get that feeling of tucking your bottom towards the back of your knees. So breathing out, engage your center, try and keep the rib cage nice and still. So you're not flaring and it's not lifting at all, it stays low. 8, my rep count might be out. If you guys can do 8, that would be great. I think this will be the last one, I might be wrong. Breathing out, imprint. Okay, now you're going to bring your hands onto your hip bones so you can feel your pelvis. Breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, slide the leg out to straight, and then breathe in to return. Breathing out, slide away out to straight, and then to return. So leg slides. We're going to do 6 on each side. Breathing out and breathe in. Make sure the feet and knees stay hip socket distance apart. Reach through your foot so you're stretching all the way through. And keep the pelvis nice and still so you have that lumbar curve all the time. So reach away and draw back, breathing in. Think about the in-breath as you draw that leg back, sucks the leg back. Pelvis stays nice and still, tummy's engaged all the time. Breathing out to slide and breathe in to return. So around about rep number 4 now on each leg. Stretch away, keep that pelvis nice and still. So working on our core stability here. Shoulders down, chin drawing down so the back of that neck is long. So number 6, slide away, into return, breathing out, slide away, and into return. Now we're going to bring the shoulders into play now. Bring the arms up to straight. This is called a natural position, so the palms are facing towards each other. Draw the shoulders down your back, so stabilize through your shoulders. If you haven't got a cushion at home, you can use a towel maybe that's been folded up, or even maybe a small cushion as well. From here, shoulder drops. So imagine that the hands are attached to the ceiling. Breathing in by a piece of string, and then drop the shoulder back. Breathe in to reach, and drop. You don't have to click. I just want to get that feeling of the shoulder drops onto the mat. In and stretch. And you try to imagine that your collarbones, every time your shoulder blade hits down onto the floor, get wider. So an increasing stretch across your chest. Breathe in to reach, out to drop. In to reach, out to drop. We're going to do 5 on each side. In to reach, out to drop. Let's just do 1 more. In to reach, and out to drop. Next, we're going to turn the palms so they're facing towards your knees. Hands are shoulder width apart. From here, breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, engage your center, pull that tummy in. Both arms are going to go back as we lift the leg into tabletop. And then breathe in to return. Breathing out, take the arms back. And breathe in to return. Keep that center engaged. Stay in neutral so you haven't lost the lumbar curve. We're going to do 6 on each leg, 12 in total. So I think we're on number 3 now, if you're following me. And then back. Breathing out, lift that leg up, take the arms back, don't flare the rib cage. So keep that rib cage nice and still. Keep the hands long. Keep the shoulders tracking down your back. I think we're on number 5 now. Take the arms behind you and return. Heavy, heavy pelvis. And then number 6, take the arms back. And again, number 6. Okay, check your neutral. It's quite easy in that exercise to come out of a neutral position. Still have lumbar curve. From here we're going to go into a curl up. Bring your hands round onto the crown of your head. So your sight line is now towards your knees. Imagine you're holding a ball or a tangerine or something between your chin and your chest. Keep the pelvis still. Breathing out, engage your center, lift the shoulder blades up, and breathe in to return. Breathing out to curl up. We're going to do 8 reps. In to come back. Lift those shoulder blades off the floor. Stay nice and tight through your center. Breathe out to curl up. Breathe in to lower. Imprint the back at the top of the movement. So as you come forward, flatten that lower back. Stay looking at your knees. Lift your shoulder blades off the floor. Always imagine that there's something on your chest that's being lifted up in the air. 1 more to go. Breathing out. And breathe in for your curl up. And from here come back to set-up position. Again, check your neutral. We're going to go into hip rolls. And I'm going to show you 2 varieties of hip rolls. If you've been doing Pilates a while, please go into the tabletop version. If not, we're going to start and proceed through the basic version, which is where the feet and knees come together and arms are wide down by your sides. From here, breathing in, we're going to drop the knees towards one side, 1 foot lifts off the floor, and then breathing out to draw the legs back. Breathing in, drop the knees to the opposite side, keep your shoulder blades on the floor, and breathe out to return. 5 on each side, push that top knee away. Breathing out to return. Think about that out breath, pulling your legs back. This is one of the only exercises in Pilates where you move laterally through your pelvis. But I want you to imagine that the legs have been glued together so they can't separate from each other, so you're actually pushing that top leg away. That's 3 on each side. We're going to go on to rep number 4, push, and breathe out to return. Breathing in, push away, keep those shoulder blades nice and close, glue them to the floor. This is rep number 5, and then number 5, finished. Good. Come back to your setup position, arms return down by your sides. Always check your neutral. Remember, Pilates is all about alignment and making sure you're in a neutral position. Lift your head up. We're going to go into a curl again. This time we're going to do an oblique curl. So just to make this a little bit more, well, make it an easier exercise in a way, I think obliques with your legs on the floor are quite tricky because seems a limitation in your movement range. So for me, we're going to come into tabletop position, still in a neutral pelvis, neutral spine, hands around onto the back of your head. Breathing out, we're going to do 6 on each side, curl across, and breathe in to return. Breathing out, curl across, and in to return. Keep the space between your elbows the same. Don't pull on the back of your head. Curl across and back. Breathe out and breathe in. 6 on each side. This is rep number 4. And number 4. 2 more on each side. Be straight with your pelvis so the pelvis stays nice and still. Breathe out. Curl across. Breathe in to lower. Last one, number 6. Keep your form. Don't pull on the back of the head. Work your center. Once you've done 12, hug your knees to your chest. Round out your back. Take a break. Hold this position. You can rock from side to side. Give the back a bit of a massage by yourself, as it were. And we're going to go into spine curls from here. So we're going to take the cushion out of the way, bring your feet back into setup position. And if you've been out of alignment, it's always worth checking. I love to see it in my classes when people still run through the same little checks that we talked about in their induction. So from setup, shoulders stabilised, we're going to do 6 spine curls, initiating with a pelvic tilt, breathing out, engage your middle, tilt the pelvis, peel the spine off the floor, breathing out, in at the top to pause, and then breathing out to roll back down, bone by bone by bone. Keep the feet nice and quiet. So try not to favour the heels or the toes. Breathing out, imprint, tilt, push those knees away. Breathe in at the top, and then breathing out. Think about the stomach controlling your descent. Return and imprint, then return your lumbar curve. 4 more. Breathing out, engage your centre, lift the hips, push the knees away. Don't allow those knees to separate. Into pause. Breathe out to roll back down. Ooh. Try and land, as it were, evenly, so you're not wobbling from side to side. Try not to grip the floor with your feet, which some of you probably are doing. How can you tell? He's on a film. Okay, so rolling back down. Keep those toes down, don't allow them to lift up. If you've got particularly tight hamstrings, you may have cramped. If you have, it means your core has been compromised and it isn't stabilising your pelvis, so the body, as a way of protecting itself, has cramped up your hamstrings to stabilise your pelvis. Really, if that happens, maybe stop, have a little bit of stretch, but also when you come to do the exercise again, really make sure you squeeze your bottom as you lift. Activate your centre, pull that tummy in, breathe in, and then really work your centre to roll back down, bone by bone by bone. Okay, that's 6 spine curl, lovely exercise. Next we're going to go into double leg extension, one of my all-time favourite Pilates movements. Single to double knee fold, but bring the legs into tabletop, and then bring your feet together. Hands onto your knees. You can put the cushion back under your head if you've got one, if not, don't worry. Now from here, breathing in, we're going to curl up, point the fingers at the toes, stretch towards your feet, and breathing out to lower. Breathing in to stretch up, reach open through your chest, breathe out to return. 8. In, and then out. Stretch up, reach those shoulder blades, and back. Number 5, reach up, keep your form, keep those feet together. 6, and stretch long through the feet. Stretch up, 7. And then last one, number 8. Good, from here, no rest for the wicked, take the legs to straight. We're going to go into scissors, breathe out, take one leg away, breathe in as they cross, breathe out. 6 on each, stretch long through your feet again, head and shoulders up, shoulder blades off the floor, centers engaged, 12 in total. Stretch away, breathe out, breathe in as they cross, breathe out. 6 on each. I know I've forgotten how many I've done, so I'm just going to do a couple more. Breathe out, breathe in, stretch, stretch away, long through your feet, straight legs. Once you've done your 12, hug your knees to your chest. Well done. It's a hard little sequence, that. From here, we're going to come on to our front 4-point kneeling. Last couple of exercises in this little sequence, only around about 15 minutes. So, from your 4-point kneeling position, hands shoulder width apart, and then feet and knees hip socket distance apart. Make sure from here your back is flat, breathing out, engage your centre, slide the left leg out to straight, and then breathe in to return. A little bit further forward, breathing out, stabilise through the shoulders, and then in to return. We're going to do 6 on each leg, slide away, breathing out, and breathe in to return. Keep the pelvis nice and still, keep some tension through the frame that is your arms and your chest. So don't allow the shoulder blades to poke up. Stay nice and controlled. Still through your lower back. No swaying from side to side. Stretch through your leg. Make sure your leg goes to absolutely straight. Not slightly bent or slightly straight. Straight. 6 on each side. Breathing out, slide away. Breathe in to return. Stretch. And then back. Good. Once you've done 12, we're going to finish off with a cat stretch. So staying in 4-point kneeling. If you need to rest your wrists, please do. There can be quite a lot of strain onto the wrist joint in 4-point kneeling. So give yourself just a little bit of a moment. Come back into 4-point kneeling. Feet and knees again, hip socket distance apart. Hands shoulder width apart. Shoulders stabilise down your back. Breathing out, engage the centre, round out the lower back. Drop your head. Breathing in, push into the upper back. And breathe out to return. So that's cat. We're going to do 6. Breathing out, tilt the lower back first. Drop the head. Push into the upper back, breathing in. And breathe out to return. Okay, 4 more. Breathe out. Round out that lower back. Drop your head. Push. And then back to the start. Remember, initiate with an out breath. Breathing out. Round out that lower back. Drop your head. Breathe in. Push. Out to return. Last 2. Breathing out. Lower back. Drop your head. Breathe in. Push. Breathe out to return. And the last one. Breathing out. Round out that lower back. Push into the upper back. Breathing in. Hold this position now. And slowly sit back onto your heels. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Nice and long. Breathe wide and full in this position. And relax. Well done. There'll be a list of the exercises that we've just done will be sat next to the video or down below. Any questions, email me and enjoy. Keep your form. Make sure that you're keeping chin to chest on curl-ups, feet and knees hip socket distance apart, and enjoy your Pilates.